Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to 2020 Spring LCK. I hope you enjoyed your doo-doo-dongas as we are in for game number 2 now of DRX versus Griffin. DragonX just smashed Griffin in game number 1, and we're looking to see whether they can stay consistent and do it again in game 2.
Oh, yeah? I mean, DRX, they need to consistency, because...
Heck yeah.
It was disappeared at some point. I mean, even before they were winning, their consistency was disappeared. And not even there before, so they just need to keep it up and try to win it cleanly against this lower tier team and 10th place team.
Yeah.
Griffin, right here.
And I think Griffin might move down to last place again with a loss here. Potentially. Oh no, they remain a game ahead, a match ahead. Sorry, over APK Prince, but. Yeah, it's getting real dicey. It's looking like Griffin and APK Prince are our relegation teams at this current moment. Of course, that can change, but that's what it feels like right now, which is not exactly what I was expecting to say, especially with Griffin picking up a player like Yukal, who I still think is pretty good, even if he has had some, some ups and downs, especially last year. Just didn't really have the performances that we wanted to see, as Chovy's going to pick up the player of the game. I certainly am okay with this. 808. He was legendary by the end. Gigantic damage per minute numbers.
Well deserved.
He wasn't really massive towards the very early game, but he managed to get the picks that he needed to. And the LeBlanc is a pretty key pick here in the LCK just in general, but in the hands of some of our exceptional mid laners, she just looks busted.
Yeah, and it was actually his first time LeBlanc this split, so it was it's a great start because everyone is starting to pick LeBlanc at some point, and it's really great to have this great performance with LeBlanc. So maybe other teams are taking care about Chovy's LeBlanc more.
Yeah, I think so too, and this is actually his 16th unique champion as well in the LeBlanc, so he's now ahead of Carrier as far as unique champion picks. Yeah, we got a bit of a mix-up. 6 out of 9 is going to be the vote there, as one of the Korean casters also throwing a vote towards Doran, but I think that both of the solo laners for DragonX looked very, very good. I think there was an argument for Deft playing well also, so really good stuff. I think his flash out from Irov's very, very aggressive flash at level 1 did certainly put them on the right trajectory to win this game.
Yeah, I mean... we were everyone were talking about Irov is playing good on set support, but last game definitely he was inting. So I just want to see more calm and collected from him, because he's been aggressive all the time without any single thinking. Simply.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just it's not working, because he is making what we want players to do in the LCK, right? He's doing the aggressive moves, he's making the plays, but you got to use your brain and make the plays at the right time when your team can actually follow up. Otherwise, Wadid just says that you're inting over and over again, and it's not very nice. It might make Irov cry next.
I mean,
he's just on the chopping block, getting targeted.
I mean, you said it first, so I did.
I mean, no, definitely, it's totally fine.
I'm just learning.
But the thing is, yeah. Maybe I'm a bad influence. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll have to see. We'll read the feedback afterwards and see what people thought. But we've been here for a very long time, so there's a lot for people to sift through and decide whether they like or not. As Varus going to be banned second here as we get into champion select for game number 2. The Chicken Man is going to be taken away first by DRX, and there's the Zoe and the Aphelios off the board on Griffin's side.
They do similar ban as T1. T1 did the similar ban against DRX, right? They did they did Zoe ban and Olaf at blue side, and only Zoe ban on the red side. So it's gonna be similar, but I just want to see what's gonna be DRX's first pick. It decides most of the team color.
Yeah, they're looking for 100% looking for Kalista, I reckon. As this should be either a Senna ban or a Kalista ban, but if one of them, I actually think they shouldn't ban either of those two champions. Ban something else like the Olaf, like you're talking about. But Senna is going to be taken off the board, and Kalista is delivered to DragonX. And Deft is really good at Kalista, guys. He's really good. As we'll see whether DragonX do decide to pick it up. Set is still available. So theoretically, they can first pick it, but Kalista is such high priority right now.
High priority, and they can just literally pick it with Taric and go to the bot lane. A lot of people are just talking about how strong top Kalista is, but still, with Taric, I think is one of the best combo on the bot side. Early game, mid game, late game, it's just perfect.
Yeah, it's just super good. And also, having a look at Carrier's stats, he's currently 100% win rate on the Taric with a 15 KDA. It's not bad, you know? We'd say it's all right.
Yeah, all right.
Here for Carrier, as Set is most likely going to be locked in here as the flex pick for Griffin.
Are they just giving up Taric Kalista without any Joker picks or counter picks? That's pretty boring, but at the same time, it's pretty bad ban picks because everyone was talking about how strong is Kalista Taric, so some people are starting to ban even Taric, but are they actually just giving up?
Oh my good, they're giving up Jarvan as well. This should be a Jarvan pick. But no, they're going to prioritize the Rumble again. And so now Taric Jarvan should just come in here for DragonX, 100%.
For sure. And I think the add-up can be LeBlanc or Jarvan with the Rumble.
Yeah, they could actually pick LeBlanc Taric here and it's totally fine too. DragonX have so many options. This draft is already really slipping away from Griffin.
So many good options, so they can just choose what they want. And I think everything is fine. Jarvan or LeBlanc. That's main two champions that we are expecting right now.
And Chovy thinking about the Aatrox as another Aatrox pick in an interesting position. Because of course it is going to be blind if they do lock this one away, but not opting in for the Jarvan is very interesting. There are a lot of champions that can pair really well with the Taric, like the Olaf, things like that, in the jungle, so they could look towards a different style of jungler. But I just would have liked to see the jungle locked away so the DragonX can shore up sort of the core of their composition. But Aatrox, it's going to come in, it's going to be fine as the Kai'Sa locked away expectedly there for Viper.
I think Aatrox is great blue side pick on the top side because most of the time you just blind pick your top lane and Aatrox is the one of the top laner that you can just play against any other champions.
Yeah. It'll be likely that Hoyo does go towards something like his Lucian. What do you think?
Lucian into Aatrox. I mean, they just need to try new things and some smart aggressive picks, and Hoya played really well on Lucian, so I agree. But it seems like they want to try similar ban picks as last game because they already picked the same champion. 3 champions.
Yeah, well, Jarvan is taken away. I think Olaf might be the next ban here, up against Pyosik. Taric doesn't offer the same kind of healing that you'd get out of something like a Yuumi that is often paired with the Olaf, but with the Dazzle, it just gives him so much extra CC that they're not going to let it through, so that's the next ban.
They just banned Olaf, but I was thinking Kindred ban, because Kindred Taric is such a combo too.
Oh, that's true, and having them on the same team will be really exciting. Last time we saw APK play it with the sort of anti-synergy, and that didn't quite work out. As we'll see whether they do lock away the Kindred. Of course, Pyosik, very good at the Kindred.
I think this is the game that he can play Kindred just for the team comp. It's just so annoying to play against Taric and Kindred at the same time. Enemy doesn't die, that's all, you know.
And also, it plays very well into a Rumble as well, because you can't get burned down by the Equalizer. And you can just stay on top of the Lamb's Respite until it is over. So that certainly works out in their favor.
And Lee Sin again.
We'll see.
0-6, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we have a chat about we have this theory about Tarzan at the moment, because Tarzan was the king of the jungle, right, beforehand, much like his name would suggest. But so far in 2020, he's been a little bit more of the George of the jungle, which is not really what you want to see. So we've been seeing George in game number 1. We'll see whether we get the king in game number 2.
They just need decent mid laner caster here, and their team comp looks so scary.
They just pick LeBlanc again, can't they? Possibly.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a lot of physical damage if this Lucian is locked away.
I mean, maybe they don't care because their team comp is not full of tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Unless it's Malphite on the top side or Ramos.
Or it's AP Lucian WMax. Yeah? What do you reckon? Powerful stuff.
Okay.
Shout out to my mate Rusty back in Australia who does love to play the AP Lucian. I don't know whether he still does, because it was never very good, but it is funny. As that is looking to be the LeBlanc, and they lock that one away. UCal going to be picking that one up into the Lucian in the mid lane. I don't really like it necessarily. I feel like Lucian's going to do fine in that matchup.
But
Relentless Pursuit is pretty strong.
Yeah.
But we'll see whether UCal can play it out well.
But I think it's good to have UCal on a lot of different mages. So, I mean, he played really well with Rumble at game 1, even if it's not perfect, but
yeah,
he improved. So I just want to see how they can make a player on the mid jungle when they have, especially when they have Lee Sin, LeBlanc, this kind of easy champions to win 2v2 on mid line.
And also, I was actually wondering whether Chovy and Doran were going to switch. Chovy was one of our better Aatrox mid players when he was on Griffin a little while ago. It's been a while since we've seen the Aatrox in the mid lane, but not going to be the case. It is going to be the LeBlanc into the Lucian in the mid lane for Chovy versus UCal. And then Doran versus Hoya is going to be that Aatrox into the Rumble matchup. This is a much more aggressive comp coming out from DRX, though. You were talking about them playing more these days for the late game. This is round 1 DRX right here,
yeah,
with a whole lot of moving forward as quickly as they can. And the Sejuani might be a little bit off theme, but I still think that they're going to be playing hard and fast in this game.
Yeah, and also we are seeing Irov set again, and I hope he plays better than game 1.
I wonder whether he's going to flash level 1. No one would expect the 2 flashes in a row in back-to-back games.
Then I just need to respect him, man. Like, then
yeah, that's right. It's like, well, look, I didn't work. It wasn't good. It was once again a mic issue, but this time for Hoya. And we've sorted it out, and we're back into the game as UCal and Tarzan walking out together. And we'll see whether there's going to be any early game shenanigans. But you didn't strike too hard for this particular pause, so thank you very much. As Pyoshik with a very pretty skin on the Sejuani. Happy Chinese New Year for a while ago.
So yeah, Iroh picked up Ignite again with the maybe level 1 flash is gonna hit again.
Oh, we're doing it. We have to. He's got the Hex Flash.
I mean, he should do that. Then he's gonna prove that he's most alpha support in the world.
That is 100% the alpha move.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work the first time, do you know what you do? You just do it exactly the same again.
Yeah.
And trading flash for flash is actually all right. The problem with his earlier situation was the fact that he died.
Yeah.
If he didn't die, that would have been fine. Going flash for flash as support into 80 carry, heck yeah.
Exactly.
But only if you survive. As Deft has taken Hail of Blades, as has Viper. We're Hail and Blades everywhere.
I mean, I like this run. It's way aggressive than any other sounds that you can pick. Run settings, yeah.
It also gives Kalista movement speed in a weird way, because you get your passive more times. So it sort of works for defensively as well for repositioning. So I like sort of the double dip into the value of the rune for the Kalista. There's Irov sitting on an Airy right now with his Omni Stone. Hasn't flashed
Flash
yet.
in?
Oh, there he did it again! As the Dazzle goes out, he might just be dead another time. No! Oh my god, okay. Def didn't even need to flash.
Oh my god. I respect you, Iroh. You are one of a kind.
I can't believe it. We were talking about it so much and it happened. Oh my god. Alright, well, yeah, I absolutely respect it. Iroh confirmed as the alpha support in this game, and maybe in every game from now on.
Oh my god, man. I mean, he has Hex Flash, so maybe... Yeah, I mean, it does make sense, but it's just so funny, because he just failed it and ruined the game because of it just right before, so... 2v2 right here.
Yeah, well, another fight here is Tarzan's going to move on in, but Pyoshik does find him a lot of damage out as the permafrost comes through. Tarzan lands the Q, but not going to follow. Pyosik is going to be there, and whoa, that's aggressive from Chovy. Finds the piercing light as well at full range. As shout out to Yankos in the chat. Sorry for talking about the Sejuani pick earlier on. Didn't know you were here. As another fight, Chovy gonna move on over. Finds the Ardent Blaze. Pyosic's gonna have to flash to get out of the way, but it's not going to be enough. Yukal down to under 200 health, and now Chovy in trouble. Tarzan with the safeguard, but doesn't get close enough to land the Tempest. And Doran pushes out the top lane, and Griffin walk away with just 1 kill and no response from DragonX.
I mean, at this point, I feel so sad for Pyosik because he died again with double buff at level 3 with useless flash usage as well.
I mean, guess what? Like, it happened in game number 1, and he did it again.
Yeah.
You know, they won game 1, so sure, it might be a good thing. You know, who knows?
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, Tarzan looking for a return gank here in the mid lane, but not going to be able to find it. Chovy does have both of his summoner spells. Yukal without his ignite. As Irove just having fun with his Hex Flash yet again. Just likes using it, I think, as things are very even bottom lane, but it's a bit of a lead growing here for Chovy in mid. And the Lucian pick is sort of reminding me of Chovy's Jace. Yeah. You remember that? He just finds minions that don't exist for other players, I don't think. He just farms extraordinarily well on these AD champions in the mid lane. And despite getting all of this pressure, he's still ahead by a long way, as the flash did have to be used to get away from Tarzan there in mid.
I mean, they are focusing on mid jungle a lot. And as I said, Lee Sin and LeBlanc is one of the best mid jungle combo to get the all elites. So this was great. And they got the kills on Pyosik. So it's really great start by Griffin. Even if
good start for Tarzan as well. We might have the king instead of George. We may have upgraded. Might be too early to tell, but we'll see.
Oh,
that's a flash from Carrier, but he misses the stun. That's bad news, as that's a face breaker. Irove just wanting to take the fight, but the Haymaker not doing too much damage here. As the Rend comes down, gets a Comet, as Viper now looking for a fight here into Deft. Another Rend is going to land, but the Pierce does not. And they will push out this wave and probably go for a bit of a recall here on DRX's side. No mana left on the Kalista.
Still, they have more pressure in all lanes, DRX, so it's still fine for Pyosik, but he's having so many mistakes all the game, apparently.
Yeah,
so
it's a real worry.
It's a little worry about it, and yeah, let's see.
Yeah, have a look at it again.
I mean, it was fine start, but he's flashed. That's just so sad.
Yeah, why would you do that? And you could also flash the wall behind you as well if you like walk past Tarzan. Like, there are ways of potentially getting out, but unable to actually do so as we jump back into the game in a bit of an awkward way as we jump into our next replay here. Chovy getting out of the way of Tarzan, but utilizing the flash in order to do so. And now we're back to live.
I think it's really good to have a lot of fights around the mid, yeah?
Oh, Yukal maybe in trouble, goes back through as there's the culling, lands a lot of bullets as Tarzan has to flash. He gets exhausted as well as Irove's going to come in. Doesn't have the ultimate available, and there's the face breaker onto a couple of members, but Griffin getting very, very low. Oh, the Haymaker! Such a great bait out of this support set, and he may have just redeemed himself. The alpha of the bottom lane, demolishing DragonX.
That was really great move by Griffin bot lane. I mean, Deft was a bot lane, but Viper just gave up some waves. And he didn't even lose that much of creep. He's gonna get farm on the bot side either. So it was really great team move by Griffin. And
yeah, and now Deft might be collapsed on here by Irove. Level 5 as now he's trying to turn it around. Oh no, the Rend comes in, Facebreaker, Haymaker, Doran looking for the kill, but not going to take down Irove. And Irove not flashing is very weird. This guy loves flashing. As Yukal now getting underneath this turret. Tarzan is going to land the Q, gets underneath and is able to take down the Lucian, but he'll die for it. And it is going to be the trade kill as well. I thought maybe that would be an execute, but isn't going to be the case. And so that's probably fine for Chovy, to be honest, because the minion wave is still pushing out towards Griffin, so he's not going to lose too many creeps.
Oh, I mean, both teams are really aggressive towards both teams. I mean, I think it's more great for Griffin, I feel like, because this is what they want. They have Lee Sin and LeBlanc, so they just need to make game messy and get some free kills. And still, though...
Whoa, what? The flash forward from Doran to interrupt the back. But Yukal just gets himself out. He's going to be all right.
So...
Oh my god. This is so aggressive. Everyone is playing like they have to fight in every instance. It reminds me of our first game of the day.
But it's upgrade version of it, at least.
Yeah, I think so. I think the level of play is definitely a bit higher, apart from maybe Tarzan being a bit strange with his dive to definite death. But it's a 1-for-1 trade, so putting more money onto the map seems like a decent idea, as Pyosik is here to potentially try and steal away this Mountain Drake. The rest of the team rotating over relatively slowly as in goes Pyosik, wanting to try and challenge. Tarzan down here, there's the ult forward, as there will be the Haymaker available. Iroh flashes in, but it is going to be Sejuani that locks down that dragon. Iroh falls as Chovy comes from the side to take down that kill, and Tarzan should be dying as well. Piercing Light to come through. Yukal, very, very low. Viper, low as well, as Hoya has to flash to get over the wall, and Chovy's just looking for his next target. It is a couple of kills for both teams, as Keria did fall in response, but Iroh and Tarzan both falling down means that a definite win for DRX as they pick up the Drake as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was really great still by Pyosik right there, and I thought it was clean teamfight by DRX, but Griffin's reaction was not bad either. And
yeah, we'll see how it goes as we have a look at the replay here. It was a good dazzle, but targeting Iroh is almost what Iroh wants, but it did work out in the end.
Depth is always flashing out the set flash e-combos. That's really impressive, actually.
Yeah. And just dancing around this fight as well. He got ignited, but he is going to be fine in the end. And things are only going to get worse for Griffin as far as this Kalista is concerned as the game goes on, because he's very close to Blade of the Ruined King, newly buffed Blade of the Ruined King, of course. He's 11 CS in the lead, and this Kalista will get very scary very quickly.
Yeah, and normally when you think about the game, you can just see it from the damage dealer's item. So I think DRX is gonna play more aggressive when they get 2 Blade of Ruined Kings on mid and AD carry.
Yeah, and they're very close to that as well, as Chovy doesn't quite have his bow picked up yet, but that dagger is going to transform into one of those relatively quickly. Is now looking for potentially a back timing. I don't know when the last time Chovy went back was, but he might actually be able to finish the Blade of the Ruined King right now. As he gets the control ward over, Q is going to land from Tarzan as Pyosik is making his way in. There's the relentless pursuit as the flash out from Chovy. He wants to get that kill, but Tarzan gets out just in time. The culling following the Lee Sin, as now he turns it and dies. What the heck was that? Oh no, George. We didn't invite you.
I think that was huge disrespect towards Pyosik, because, you know, just Qing against Sejuani right behind him.
Yeah, that was very strange. Very, very strange.
And now Chovy is 4-1. He just got 4 kills out of the fight.
And now he has Blade of the Ruined King when he goes back, and maybe even more.
For sure.
When we saw Faker play the Lucian, he did decide to go for the Black Cleaver build once again. This is likely to be more of an Essence Reaver game, I think, for Chovy, because he wants to try and accelerate his damage as quickly as he can. But we'll see where he does decide to go. Not quite towards Blade of the Ruined King just yet. Just completes the recurve bow.
Yeah, but next team fight, I really think they should get 2 Borg at the same time. So it's going to be a really strong point for DRX in general. And they just got Herald either.
And they're going to be able to move that Herald towards the mid lane as well. As Tarzan turns up, Keria is going to be spotted. Q is going to land. Tarzan once again aggressive, but Dazzle stops him.
Yes,
there's the safeguard, but can't get over to the side. There's the kick flash, and Keria is going to die. Good pick up there for Griffin, but DRX diving towards the top side. Good equalizer, but not enough, as Doran just gets all of his health back with the World Ender. Chovy moving away the correct way to get out of the line of fire from this Griffin squad moving on in. Relentless Pursuit gets him into the Baron Pit, and he is going to be absolutely fine. So a lot of kills so far this game, but it's DRX that have all the advantages. Close to a 3,000 gold lead, even if it feels a little bit closer than that, to be honest.
And they're trying.
As there's the flash forward from Yukal, The chains connect on both sides as Doran doesn't have ult, remember. Showstopper, and it is going to be Aatrox falling down. Now Pyosik in trouble, but Chovy gets over to the side. Piercing Light is huge. As Tarzan gets evaporated. Gigantic Chovy damage as he puts out a point-blank culling, and now Iroh will be his next target. The set falls down. Sejuani was traded, but honestly, if you're trading even like this, it's more gold on the map, and DRX are happy about it.
Yeah, but also at the same time, I think Griffin is fine, but Lucian is so bad at this point.
He's huge this game.
And yeah, we were blaming a lot towards Iroh, but also Carrier is not performing that well since round 2 started, because his performance at round 1 was definitely world class.
Amazing, actually, yeah.
Top, I would say, in the world, but right now his performance is not great at all.
No, it's not what you want to be seeing, but this was great out of Chovy. We were talking about it in game number 1. It seems to be continuing in game number 2 as point-blank culling should be able to help take down Iroh. And Yukal is slowly getting towards a point where this LeBlanc is going to have that mid-game that they want. As there's the Cosmic Radiance, Yukal gets himself out, Pyosik comes in over from the side, and now Chovy turns up. Great Arctic Assault. Yukal is well and truly dead. It is going to be Pyosik that picks that one up. Flash forward from Doran, but Viper gets himself out with just the cleanse. Now Iroh waiting over to the side. He's got Aftershock actually, which could actually help, but doesn't have the Showstopper. And now DRX should be able to grab the second Drake of the game as well as Deft. Here underneath the turret should be able to get these minions and possibly even threaten the turret as well, but they spot the set. Carrier with his sweeper is going to do that, and DRX know that they can just take down this Drake and move on.
They're fighting up and down and left and right all the time, so
yeah,
the game looks like really fast, but actually kind of slow at the same time, because the objectives, normally if you rotate the Drake faster enough, then you get 4th soul at like 25 minutes. So I think both teams still, they can compete for the Dragon Soul, but yeah, I mean, the main part for the Griffin right now is Yukal playing really great LeBlanc right here.
Oh yeah, he really is. He's their saving grace right here. The mid lane is where we're going to be watching these. Chovy is so incredibly fed as well. Teleport comes in, Cosmic Radiance just to buy time for that channel. As we have a look topside, Iroh going for the dive as big face breaker, but Iroh will be dying here, and Tarzan falls down as well. Hoya might just die, and it's an absolute disaster for Griffin. Everyone throwing their lives away.
Man, we cannot even watch the replays, because there's so many new plays over and over again. And that play was horrible on the turret.
Yeah. I don't think there's any other way to describe it. As the 3-man dive into everyone dying.
I mean, I literally said,
is not what you want to see.
I literally said Yukal is playing good, and they just need to fight around Yukal. Even if Chovy is bad enough to just one-shot everyone, still Yukal and Viper is one of the their damage dealers, so they cannot fight without them. Zed and Lee Sin, they're not the damage dealers.
Oh, this positioning from Pyosik was actually fantastic, though. He knew that this was happening. And they didn't even have vision there. They just noted the rotation, and this wasn't anything that they could do. Maybe with a Morellonomicon, they could have, but not going to happen this time, as Hoya doesn't quite have that item yet. Had to be able to seek his arm guard to help save him, because Doran with the... I'm not even memeing right here. I think that the Morellonomicon would have helped secure the kill onto Doran, and they might have been able to make that dive work, but without it, and without any way of stopping the World Ender healing, there was just no way that that was going to work. So 6,000 gold is now the lead, a little bit more for DragonX. There's 2.5 minutes until the next Drake, and they'll be threatening the Ocean Soul, which is so damn powerful.
They almost got 1.3k with the turret plates. So, I mean, a lot of analysts said this patch is really great for DRX because they play early game, and their early game got buffed slightly because of the plate gold change, and they got a lot of leads, and all they need to do is just close out the game cleanly.
Well, they should be able to. Pyosik avoids the Q from Tarzan. They have so much vision around this area. It feels like Griffin are getting suffocated out of their own jungle. They now move towards topside, but there's vision there also, as Hoya will start clearing some of it out. But now Chovy dashes on over Blaze Ruin King. He's going to go down as Hoya trying to get the equalizer to do some work, but honestly, he's just so far behind, and there is no way anyone can stand toe-to-toe with Chovy, as Doran may have found Yukal as well. Oh, the Infernal Chains were fantastic, but Yukal has a distort and gets himself out.
I think if you do not vote for Chovy this game, I think you don't know how to watch League of Legends.
Yeah, I think he's probably pretty safe with his player of the game vote this game. Yeah,
he's literally making all the plays everywhere, like just Faker did last game against him as Lucian actually. So I mean, this is great that he just picked up the good picks and good plays by opponents, and he proves that he can do that either.
Yep, he's just. This is the Chovy that we wanted to watch in the T1 series, and he didn't show up to that one, and I'm glad that we found him for this one. Choky was sitting in the chair last time around, and thankfully Chovy's here for this one. And he needed to be, because this is all about making sure that DRX can get revenge on Griffin, because they've got Doran over there, they've got Chovy, and CV Max is sitting at the back going, we got to take down our former organization. And Deft is just happy to go along for the ride. As we've seen, like, some of those videos are so adorable, with Def just being really annoyed by all of these young people on the team, and he's just had enough. He's this fed up old man. Oh, it's fantastic.
I don't know how he can just stand there and play League of Legends, because I got distracted a lot when people are just talking around and sitting around and plays around me when I play League.
Yep.
I will get so annoyed and maybe be toxic towards that, but
a bit triggered as another dive onto Doran. This time it may actually work, as Pyosik wasn't in position, but he lasts a very long time. Yukal struggling here as, oh my god.
What?
Yukal falls, and it's a 1-for-1, so definitely worth it as Shirley's going to town on the inner turret in mid lane. This is a disaster for Griffin. Something happened. A screw's gone loose in the Griffin camp, as there's the flash forward from Hoya. They want to try and take down Chovy, and they will do so, but Hoya does it at the cost of his own life. Viper has to get himself out of the way as, oh, there's the Cosmic Radiance, and Deft getting on in there. I don't know why that R button was pressed, because Viper was already dead, but that's absolutely fine. DRX will be able to take down the 80 carry and take down this inner turret as well.
I'm sad for that. He fell flash.
Aww. I didn't see that. That's probably why he asked for the R button. Oh, that's all right. He's still got the kill. It's fine.
Yeah, DRX seems like they got the leads even before, so they just keep killing all the Griffin players. As you said, it's rival. They just need to have a lot of kills to have fun against X organization.
And Doran getting dove here, but the fact that Yukal died makes it absolutely not worth it. Flash comes down, stun still lands, but another Infernal Chain. And Yukal just, he tried to break the turret aggro, but they ran out of minions. Oh no.
I mean, I saw him, he survived, but...
No, but he went back under the turret. And just died to the turret. Oh,
that was really interesting.
Well, Chovy was very aggressively placed. I would have recommended a flash over the wall, but you know, hindsight's 20/20. As we have a look at Deft, that flash. Yeah, see, that would have been really good, because it would have meant that Pyosik would have been immortal as well. They might have been able to also kill Iroh. But look, that's a hard flash, you know. And sometimes you miss them.
That's a hard one.
As 4 minutes until the Ocean Soul is available. DragonX with a 9,000 gold lead at this point. I'd say pretty comfortably they are in the lead. And I don't know whether there are too many answers that Griffin has. It's not even one of these times where Griffin's composition is going to eventually outscale or anything like that. And even that conversation is irrelevant with just how far behind Griffin are.
I don't see any points how they can win the team fight or how they win the game. Because even if they farm for late game, I don't think they have late game. Maybe they can stack up some armor, but I don't think they have tanks for it. And even late game damage dealer, yeah, Kai'Sa, but they have Kalista Taric, which is so great at late game. So in any points, I don't feel like Griffin has 1% of chance of winning this game.
And I find it so interesting because our LCK teams really don't like to have just one damage type in their composition. Most of the times you'll see a comp like this and it'll have like a Gragas in the jungle or something like that to try and at least have some form of magic damage. This time, I mean, Sejuani does do magic damage, but she's a tank. She doesn't do damage necessarily. And DragonX is still able to pilot this comp really nicely by identifying that Griffin were never going to be able to build enough armor to make it an issue anyway.
Yeah.
So really cool from DragonX to play out a composition that doesn't really suit our LCK comps, our LCK teams as much.
I mean, I think the reason why they picked the Lucian over just normal AP casters is that he just wanted to have lane pressure and get mid prior against LeBlanc and Lee Sin. And they saw LeBlanc and Lee Sin and Rumble at the draft or something. So
yep, I think it was.
Yeah, Seth and Rumble and Lee Sin probably. I mean, I don't know exactly, but anyways, they didn't have a lot of tanks, so it doesn't matter that they have one type of damage to them right here. So, and it's still great for Sejuani to force them to build Ninja Tabi, because normally when you play against Sejuani, you build Merc Treads and reduce the CC timer. But
yeah, that's true.
So it's still
we can see
fine.
Only a couple of Ninja Tabis have come in from Tarzan. It's the Sorcerer's Shoes from the Mages, and then you've got the Berserker's Greaves. So no Merc Treads whatsoever. So everyone just getting stunned for a really long time, unless your name's Viper and you've got your cleanse available. I don't know whether Tarzan can actually go for this fight, but Yukal and Irove are turning up, looking for Chovy. Chovy's got a stopwatch, he has his Hex Drinker, and he's not going to push his luck here as Yukal pops out of the brush and confirms that Chovy was right in being a little bit apprehensive at that point in time. DRX just have a gigantic lead. It's only extending as well. It's getting very close to that 10,000 gold mark. And it's great to see DRX playing this well. And also just great to see Chovy back in his seat instead of Choki. We didn't want Choki.
And also, Depth just built QSS really fast enough. So I think there's no chance of Tarzan kick out Depth against it.
Yeah. Well, we're just waiting for DRX to make their next move. Good vision available for Griffin moving up towards the Baron pit, so at least they don't need to worry about that one being taken away from them. But it's only a matter of time before DRX are just going to force them into an impossible situation, because a straight-up team fight is something that Griffin just will never be able to win, given the amount of items that DRX has. Hybrid, pay attention to Deft's build. That is a QSS. It is a really good item, and one that you should be building about third in general.
20 seconds.
Get to your 2-item power spike and then move towards the QSS as Kershik lands another ultimate here. It's going to be onto Irove. They should be able to take him down, but no. The Haymaker does come in. Viper might be their next target as the culling flies in, but Irove is going to flash away. There's the World Ender from Doran as well. A lot of buttons pressed, but not actually able to get the kills. They do have inside track towards this inhibitor turret in the mid lane.
Yeah, they're gonna get mid turret and mid inhib and towards to Ocean Drake Soul. Or another team fight is gonna start here.
Well, we'll see whether they can actually find Yukal, but he's playing with those smoke and mirrors that we talk about with the LeBlanc. There's the Mimic Chains. It is going to lock down Chovy. The Equalizer is in a great position as there's the Cosmic Radiance. Irove, wrong timing on the ultimate, as they were not going to take any damage there whatsoever. Yukal in trouble. Permafrost is going to land on Ruins. The Rend is doing a lot of damage, and Deft grabs the kill onto the Rumble. Viper also dead, and now everyone else is scattering. The flash out from Tarzan, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to escape this one as the Pierce comes forward, and Sejuani picks up the kill, steals it away from Deft. And DRX were thinking about an Ocean Soul, but now they're just thinking about winning the game.
I mean, again, what was that, Irove? You know, he uses W first, and he cannot use his W for shield after he ults, and the ulting timing was wrong as well because of the Taric ulti. And this is gonna be game.
Yeah, it is just done. Nexus turret's taken down. Irove out of the death chamber, straight back in. He liked it there. It was warm. It was the right temperature. And the Nexus turrets are going to be taken down. The Nexus to follow, and Deft will help take that one down as Viper is relegated to his fountain. DRX 2-0 in very swift fashion here in our final match of the night. You made it, Wadid. You made it through.
Thank you so much.
3 series in English.
Wow.
So proud of you, my friend.
To be honest, I did nothing. Atlas, you literally 1v9 this casting. So I'm really, I just want to shout out to you again. Thank you so much.
No. It was so good to have you, man. So great to have the Korean insight as well. So now we can understand why some of the decisions are made as far as player of the games, things like that. It's just really cool getting some insight into what the Korean cast takes away from a lot of these LCK games. So I think this is absolutely invaluable. So thank you so much for hanging out with us on the broadcast, and congratulations to DRX as well for making it back for round 2. They had a couple of matches where they were a bit absent, but finally they're back and they're performing well. So we can feel better. The analysts out there that predicted DRX were going to be strong now feel much better about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter that they were struggling in the game. They just got clean 2-0 W, so that's what matters. You know?
Yeah, really, really good stuff. And we will get that interview as well. I have a feeling that Chovy is going to pick up player of the game, so we'll be able to have a chat to him. Who was it that picked up the Game 1 MVP? I'm trying to remember. We voted for Doran, but I don't think it was him. Was it Chovy that was back-to-back?
Long, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So just a Chovy solo interview, and we get to talk to him and see what he thought about the previous series as well. Like, I actually think this will be really interesting to hear from Chovy. Yeah, this was a play that you can make. If I was Griffin, I wouldn't make that one again.
And also, I mean, every single team fight for the DRX phase, it seems like.
Oh yeah.
Everyone played better than yesterday.
So much better. I think Carrier is still having a bit of an off performance, but the difference between having Chovy performing well and having Chovy as a passenger is just night and day for this DRX squad. He is such a joy to watch when he's playing confidently and aggressively on this solution.
Yeah, especially, this play. It was really interesting, but anyways.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. Let's not talk about that play ever again.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why they just picked up Lucian, even if it's all AD, full of AD, because of the mid prior. They always care about mid prior, and when they get actual mid prior with Chovy, then Pyoshik plays a lot more comfortable. And also, just in general, DRX, they just need to know how to play with mid pressure. So I think it's always great to have mid prior like this, and good to see again Chovy performing well either. So yeah, they just need to keep it up, this performance.
Yeah, really good stuff from DragonX. This was Chovy making that super aggressive move, just walks down Hoya's red carpet and picks himself up a kill. Clean play out of DragonX is exactly what we're looking for. One thing I do want to talk about, you're talking about like mid prio and just lane prio in general, and I think DragonX, as far as their laners are concerned, they almost always have pushing lanes in every single position.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Deft and Carrier are always hyper aggressive. Even Doran is often pushing very aggressively. And in that instance, I feel like the jungler gets a really easy time, right? Because you just need to farm, because the rest of your lanes have so much pressure that if you are in an awkward position, everyone can rotate much easier than their opponents. So is it sort of maybe hiding Pyoshik? I don't really want to, be too harsh on him or anything like that, because he did have a good series here today. But sometimes it feels like junglers have an easier time than others here in the LCK.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I exactly said before, that Pyoshik is having so much easy time with Chovy and Carrier. So
so that was why you said that he was a bit overrated. Yeah. Is that where it sort of came from?
Yeah, because when they are performing bad, then normally just Pyoshik is gone. And also today, I think his performance was not that great either, because he died level 3 with double buff again at the same timing, and he lost the flash as well. So yeah, I don't think he's not that happy with today's performance, even though they won.
Yeah, well, we'll see whether Pyoshik can turn around this performance. I believe this was the last game for DRX for this week, so they will have a couple of days to get themselves sorted. But hopefully we will have the player of the game result up for you very, very soon to congratulate Chovy on his back-to-back POGs. Because he just played very, very well. And I'm just so happy that he's back. That's just the icing on the cake. Okay, the cherry on top.
We just need to wait a little bit more, because there is some issue, I guess. Or
oh no,
waiting.
The Wadid strikes again.
No. It's actually not issue, because I mean, they just said it's delayed a bit. That's all.
Ah, okay.
And yeah, maybe this is a good timing to say thank you to all the viewers today. Because, yeah, obviously my English skill is not great. So I was thinking that my commentary is not good enough for the LCK level. But I appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. We all really appreciate it. There are so many hearts in this chat right now, so don't you worry. You did a brilliant job, and being able to cast in a second language is just something that seems completely insane to me. So the fact that you're even able to attempt it is incredible. Plus, it was very enjoyable. I hope for everyone, and I can see from the feedback that looks to be the case. And Chovy is going to pick up back-to-back MVPs. What a beautiful time to be alive.
Yeah, true. I mean, Chovy's Lucian was performing so great, so great. I mean, I cannot explain any other language. It's just so great. I don't know how to explain more better than this.
He's just real good. He's real good at pressing his buttons and playing aggressively, and it's great to see him on the front foot once again. I don't want. Do we have to see this play?
Yeah. Let's see again. Oh yeah. Tarzan escaped. Yeah. Okay. He escaped really well, and he's gonna hit Q, and he's coming in again for Chovy POG.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Hand delivered by his former teammate. That is mid-jungle synergy right there. Just beautiful.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a little bit of a George game here for Tarzan, unfortunately, but we'll see whether he can tidy it up as we move into the next week of round 2. But this is just great to see. It's just so heartwarming to have Chovy back performing the way that we want him to. It's 5 out of 9. A lot of votes are going over to Pyoshik here this game, but thankfully, us here on the English broadcast have saved the Chovy POG vote.
I mean, for sure, man. He died at level 3 with useless...
If you donate double buffs, you should never get player of the game. That is just a rule.
It's just a rule. As a jungler at level 3, double buffed for enemy laners, I cannot accept it. That is illegal.
All right, we've got a list of laws now. I hope someone's been keeping track of all the things that we've discovered are actually illegal. As we're going to jump over to the player of the game interview. So here's G-Sun for some translation.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Season and let's hear from Chovy, the solo POG update series. How are you feeling stopping the losing streak? I didn't really feel like we were having a huge losing streak, but anyway, I'm glad that we were able to stop this. I guess you guys are having a bad atmosphere, right? Well, we were aware of which parts were the weakness and why we were losing, so we thought that we should just work on those points. So our atmosphere was not that depressing or so. So a lot of people actually said that Chovy kind of locks in the champion that has higher utility that can support the teammates, but fans actually wanted you to play as some more of a proactive champions, and today you really did. Was that your own opinion?
근데 저도 원래 루시안 하는 걸 좋아하는데
I used to like playing Lucian, but I started playing Rumble.
그래도 루시안 하고 싶어서 가지고
well, I really wanted to play Lucian on my side, so that was regardless of the feedback.
그렇게 받쳐주는 거를 요구하고요, 원래.
But someone like asked you to do some sort of supportive champs. Like somehow, some way, I ended up always playing Rumble. And you played LeBlanc after like 400 days. Was that like always ready champion?
르블랑 그때 일단 되게 하면은 재밌긴 한데
LeBlanc, it's fun to play.
실수할까봐 쫄리긴 하더라고요.
But I was a little bit worried that I might make some mistakes.
1세 때 가장 쫄린 장면이 있었으면 어떤 장면이 있었어요?
What was some of the worrying situation in game number 1 then?
쫄리는 장면이요?
네.
Worrying situation?
라인 밀고 이제 저희 바텀 4인 다이브하러 갈 때
Rumble pushed lane and went for 4-man turret dive to our bot lane. I was feeling so sorry for them.
근데 픽이 이런 그럼 그동안의 르블랑은 그런 팀 내 콜이 없었고 없었던 것도 있었겠습니다만 본인도 일단
Well, I guess
이
Tim
정도의
didn't
위험을 감수할
actually
생각이
made
없었던
you
거예요. 그래서
play
안 되는
LeBlanc,
건가요?
and also
르블랑?
you didn't want to kind of contest those like
어,
worrisome situations
여러
on your side
이유가
as well, right?
겹쳐서 안 한 거는
I mean, we
맞는데
had some couple of reasons
그것도
for not
맞는
playing
것 같아요.
LeBlanc,
그렇게 해석하면.
but I
사실
I
이런
guess
내용도
we can
있어요.
say it
초비
that way.
선수가 워낙 그 좋은 선수고 사실
I mean,
초반에
Chobi,
잡히는
you
거가 상관없을
are
정도로
such a great
중후반에
player,
다시 회복을 하면서
and you
경기를
always
잘
know how to
풀어낸다라는
like come
그런
back and
평가가
beat the
있잖아요.
late game.
근데 이 평가 어디서 많이 들어보지 않았어요?
Aren't you like familiar with this kind of comment?
그런 평가 누가 그래요?
Who said
주변
so?
전문가들하고 우리 작가들이 그래요. 근데
Well,
이 평가가
all the
너구리 선수와 좀
all
비슷하다는
the
얘기가
other
있어요.
people
너구리
around you,
선수도
like our
초반에 좀 많이 잡히는 장면이
casters,
있는데
our
그 이후에 좀
scriptwriters,
올라오는 모습이 있는데
and it is
예전에
really
초비는
similar
사실
to
안
the
잡히는
comment to
선수였거든요.
Noguri
근데
actually
최근에
getting caught a
약간의
lot in
초반에
early game
잡히는
and
그런
coming
장면들이
back
나오고
in late
있는데
game, but
이거는 뭐
you
어떤
weren't this
내용
kind of
때문에 그럴까요?
player back in the days. You weren't really dying much in early game.
그거는 제가 못해서 죽었습니다.
I was bad, so I died a lot.
소라기 그냥 말을 해버리네요. 네.
그래서 최근에 팀적으로 봤을 때
So
표식
these
선수에
days,
대한 피드백도 사실
as a
여러
team,
방면에서 좀 많이 나왔던 것
a
같아요.
lot of people were also
미드 정글의
commenting about
세트잖아요.
Pyosik,
오늘도
and
미드
you know,
정글의 게임
mid
아주
lane
중요한
jungle
게임들
is a lovers
많았고.
duo.
표식 선수 좀 어떤가요? 이렇게 옆에서 봤을 때.
So how is
확실히
Pyosik
많이 이렇게 더
performing
발전도
nowadays?
하고 한것
Is
같나요?
he
잘 맞나요?
improving a lot, and are you guys having better teamwork?
사실
Well, in fact,
뭐라고 하기에는 아직
I mean, I can't
뛴지
really
얼마 되지도 않았고
describe this in specific words because we haven't been playing a lot.
신인인데 이 정도면
But
잘하지
he's a
않나
rookie player,
생각하면서
so
제가
I
더
think
잘할 수
he
있게
is
생각하는
performing
편입니다.
well. So I'm trying to perform better.
아직까지는 내가 지켜줘야 되는구나라는 느낌의.
I guess Chobi is
그래요.
trying to kind of
또 혹시
support
궁금증이 있네?
Pyosik on
네.
his side as a
어.
bit of more experienced
제
player.
개인 카메라 안에서 죽어가고 있더라고요.
I saw him dying a
저도
lot,
그런
Pyosik.
거 물어보고 싶었어요.
네.
저도 이제 미드가 가장 중요한데
I mean,
미드
I
정글
agree that mid
시너지적으로
lane is so
앞으로 그냥
important,
잘할 것 같아요.
and
일단은
watching them
네,
playing
재밌었다.
together, I
궁금한
think
건 딱히
Pyosik and Chobi has a good synergy as a mid and jungle
그러면
duo.
사실은 그렇네요. 단독 POG
Moving
됐습니다.
on.
900점이 달성됐는데 POG
Solo
순위가 지금 1위로
POG,
단독으로
and
올라왔거든요.
you are the leader of
그
the
소원 말씀
POG in
부탁드릴게요.
LCK with 900 points.
언제 POG 포인트가 이렇게 많이 쌓인지는
Whoa, I mean,
모르겠지만
I can't believe I
많이
have stacked up so many
뽑혔다는
points
거에
so far.
좀 뿌듯한 마음도 있는
And
것
I'm
같고
kind of proud of myself that I got
이렇게
so many
화사한
POG points.
인터뷰는 처음인데
And this
단독
is my
POG라
first time
되게
doing the
부담되는
video call
감도 있네요.
interview.
좀 부담돼요?
So being the solo POG
그럼
is
부담을
kind
좀
of
줄이기
bit
위해서 저희가 바로 좀
awkward and
마무리를
giving me
지을게요.
too much
끝으로,
pressure.
많은 팬 여러분들께서 초비 선수의 얼굴도
So
많이
if you're
그리워하셨고 플레이도
feeling
많이
a bit
그리워하셨습니다.
embarrassed,
근데
let's
아쉽게
wrap up this
지난번에
interview.
그
So
패배 때문에 초비 선수의 얼굴을
well, a
어떻게
lot of
오랜만에
fans were
이렇게 보는
expecting a
거거든요.
lot from DRX, but
팬
it has
여러분께
been a
댓글 한
while
말씀
since we
부탁드릴게요.
heard from DRX for the MVP interview. So any last message for them?
지난 경기 때
Well, in
좋지 못한 모습
the past
보여서
series, we were underperforming.
다음에 더
So
잘하겠다는 생각으로
we
이제
just
점점
thought that we should
잘해지려고
improve.
노력하고
So we
있으니까
are just keeping the hard work to kind
기다려주시면
of step up
감사하겠습니다.
every single game. So I hope my fans can wait for us.
말씀드리고요. 다음 경기도 기대하겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
So this will be the end of the interview with Chovy from
감사합니다.
DRX, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, G-Sun, for the interview translation once again. Great to hear from Chovy, and congratulations, 900 points. And leading the charge when it comes to the player of the game. I remember, like, what was it, like 2 years ago or something like that? One of the players won with 900 points.
Oh, really?
Like, that is so many.
And
I don't know whether there's more games now or something. I don't know, but seems crazy that he's got so many points already.
standings, man. It looks so sad to see Griffin. They got 8
Yeah.
losses in a row, and then DRX, they're still chasing. They're still top 3, yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're confirmed. They're actually 2 matches ahead of KT, who's in 4th place. And after Afrika fell down today to Gen G, which is an understandable loss, but it's a tough one because now they're equal 4th with KT, who are on a tear right now with their 6-match wins in a row. Good to see DRX back in form, but I feel like the left and the right, or the east and the west, are really starting to separate at this point in time. Like, Damwon didn't look like the greatest team in the world up against APK earlier today, and KT looked great yesterday. We've got Some more KT coming up for you, and KT versus Afrika are going to break their tie in the last match tomorrow. Some really high matches.
Actually, I do a Korean commentary tomorrow either, but I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think I do KT Afrika.
Oh no, that means I guess you get to like sit out back and like get hyped for them though, so
Nice,
that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's really chill. You do the casting tomorrow either, or?
Yep, I'm going to be doing some more casting tomorrow. I got the 3 days in a row. So many games we did, but thankfully I absolutely love my job, so it's totally fine.
I respect you, bro. I respect you.
Oh, thanks, man. T1 versus Humble Life, though, this is revenge. This was the loss that T1 shouldn't have on their record, and they want to set that record straight.
True.
So even the first match is going to be super high.
And T1 is looking really, really strong right now, so I don't think Hana Life can play against it, but let's see. Hana Life. It's really interesting match.
Yeah, they might be able to figure it out. Who knows? They managed to figure something out last time, but that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Huge congratulations to Wadid for his first English commentary experience. Commentating in a second language seems absolutely ridiculous to me, but he did an incredible job. So shout out to him. We'll try and have him back on the broadcast as many times as possible, because it seems to be really difficult to get EGIM to the country. But guys, we'll see you tomorrow for more LCK. Good night.
I love you all. Thank you.
And I am ready to take it on. Told me to be myself and never